This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Today is Thursday, December 9th, 2010. And today we're going to take a look at Intel Pharmaceutics International. This is a NASDAQ Global Market stock trading under ticker IPCI. First thing I notice is it's low volume, so I did take a quick look at the share structure. There is under 5 million shares in the float. That explains the low volume. But this chart has a nice look to it coming through this area. Not really a channel, it's more of an ascending triangle look to it, where you can see it's making higher lows consistently after this big move back here in March. So I want to take a look at the lower indicators and giving any hints this is going to be another rounded bottom through here, if this can possibly going to make a move to the north side again. I see that we're still getting some MACD divergence as well as the histogram trending back towards zero, which is giving hints this is going to make a bullish cross. Same way with the PPO. The ADX is down very low. You can see down to around 11.5 right now. When it gets down that low, you're typically going to look for a move. You can see it got down low through here, made a move upward. It got down to those levels back through here. That's, of course, got the big pop. So when it gets down real low like this, you look for it to try and make a move again. Doesn't tell you which direction, it just tells you to keep your eye out for a move. See, we've got all three MFIs turning and pointing northward right now. We're going to look for that break of 50. As always, want to see it trending over 50 to show some real strength, but you look for that break of 50 to be the initial move. Accumulation distribution kind of in a channel with a little bit of uptrend to it. What we're going to look for is this level right through there to fall. It's kind of getting at the long end of that. We want to see it break through this, make a new higher high, start to move northward. Shaking money flow tapered off a little bit, that's for sure. We still see that buying pressure is overcoming selling pressure. It's been that way now for the last 6-7 months, and it looks like it's starting to make a turn back north again. CCI reached oversold levels. It's now broken back above negative 100. Bottom feeders use that as an initial buy point. It's a hold until it breaks back down through negative 100. Full stow is also retraced, dipped down into oversold. Now making a break back up north, showing that some momentum is coming back into the stock. Same way with the full stow with many other indicators. We're going to look now for that move north and that breakthrough 50 to take it into a bullish chart. People that follow our charts know I like to see an uptrend in the tricks. Can't really define it yet because this point is not a true valley, but it looks like it's starting to flatten. We're going to look for it to make a higher low and keep that trend towards zero happening. You're going to look for an upward channel somewhere along those lines. You can see what a little bit of buying pressure does to the RSIs. Quickly snap back north. 14 and 21 were both in a downtrend. They both turned quickly and are heading back towards 50. Again, we want to see them trading over 50. Just taking a look through this area and see what happens. A valley, a move back over 50, and you get a nice uptrend. Which brings me to another point. This stock has a propensity of making large moves. Even through here, 228 to 326, $1 a share gain. That's a 50% move. These low volume plays a lot of times can produce very large moves on low volume. See back through here early on in the year, I'm not sure if this was news driven, but from $1.40 up to $2.63, back down to $1.45, all the way up to a $5 peak. And now with it making these higher lows, it has a bit of an ascending triangle look. Tough time getting through 330, this time up to 326. So even if this does come back up and challenge that upper resistance level, it's about a 20-25% move from where it is now. Closed at 265. It's a nice move to come up and challenge it. I'm not a big one to put targets on it because I don't want to try and mislead people. But the way you figure target values, just as a technical lesson, is from the largest point of the triangle, which would be from on 205 to 305, which is a $1.25 move. So if you went from 330, which is that top, you'd add a $1.25 to it, which would put your price target somewhere up in this area around 455. Anyway, that's just a technical lesson about ascending triangles and how you figure out target values. You hear people talk about it all the time. That's how they do that. Like I said, I'm not one typically to do that because I don't want to try and mislead people. Right now, I just see this making higher lows, and I see a resistance level around $3.30. I also see the moving averages all pulling together. A strong chart is trading over top of all the moving averages, especially the 50 and the 200-day. And you can see this keeps getting support from the 200-day, this red line. Was touching it right through here, slipped below it. Over the matter of a couple weeks, pulled back above it, bounced off of it again, came back down, now it's bouncing off of it again. So we're always looking for history to repeat itself, so we want to keep an eye on holding this 200-day and making a move back over top of this 50-day, and then going up here and challenging this upper resistance level. The lower indicators do have a nice look to them, but this stock is going to remain cyclic, going to keep bouncing off this lower level. It's created a pretty nice pattern. Volume is definitely low. It's going to stay low. There's just not enough shares in the float to really generate a huge amount. You can see even this must have been news driven. You're talking a 300% move in this area. And even then, it still only peaked out a little over 2 million shares. So I want to keep an eye on IPCI, see if it's going to hold this 200-day and move back over top of this 50-day and try and make a run up towards this upper level and break out of this triangle. If it's going to break out, that's when you're actually going to look for some sort of volume surge. Even if it's small like this, and it wants to pop up to 100,000 or even 200,000 shares, that's what you look for. A volume surge on a breakout is a strong move for the chart to remain bullish And then if it wants to dip back down, you're going to look for that breakout point to always hold as a support level. So IPCI is a pretty good example of technical analysis for a low volume stock. I ran across it today in a stock scan, and I thought I'd share it. As always, this is merely my interpretation of the IPCI chart. This is Andy with Quality Stocks. Thanks for watching, and trade smart.